What's good? How you living? This is your man Nova, the Raw Uncut, and after grueling playoff game after playoff game, exciting series after series, and for the first time since 1979, both conference finals going to a game 7, with the road team taking both of those games. We are here for part 4, NBA Finals, Cavaliers, Warriors. This is the first time in American pro sports history, major pro sports history, that the same two teams have met in the championship round 4 consecutive years. So let's not sleep on that. That is no small feat. Mind you, we are dating back to many different rivalries of Magic Bird and the Lakers and the Celtics. How many times have they met in the NBA Finals? Recent memory, I had saying hockey, Penguins and Red Wings, but baseball. What bigger rivalry was? I don't know if there's really a big rivalry in baseball per se. As far as the championship round is concerned, the Braves that kind of dominated the 90s. So they were always in there, but they were playing different teams. So there's that. But as far as like a definitive rival per se, that's just something you just don't see happening, especially in consecutive years, let alone 4 straight. And yet here we are, 4 straight years, CAVS Warriors. Okay. Let's talk about how they got here. Let's start with the Western Conference champions, who are also the defending NBA champions. Warriors took out the Spurs in 5 games, took out the Pelicans in 5 games, and then had a hell of a series with Houston. And I know there will be some debate long term about whether or not Chris Paul, missing games 6 and 7 played a factor in Houston losing that series, especially considering that they were the number 1 seed. They had home court. Going 2 from 20, missing 27 straight threes, in Game 7 would do that to you too. But yet talent won out, and the Warriors are back in the finals with home court advantage. And then you look at the Cavs, the road they had to go through when it looked like they weren't even going to get by Indiana, winning that in 7, sweeping Toronto like a deer in headlights. And then this Boston team, who without Kyrie Irving, without Gordon Hayward, with multiple stars or multiple players battling injuries, just seemed more than game to not only take the East, but take the championship from the Warriors. And Cleveland, when it needed to, Boston couldn't hit shots. They locked up on defense. LeBron throughout this entire postseason, carrying this team from what seemed like near missing the playoffs, just absolute NBA death, back to the finals for another shot to beat these Warriors. So now that we've talked about this road and this journey of how they got here, let's talk about the here and now. Game 1, Thursday. How many games are we going to say that this is going to go? Because let's be real, the Warriors are actually heavily favored in this series. It is actually 4 times more likely of the Warriors sweeping the Cavs than the Cavs winning the series, period. As a matter of fact, Golden State had lower betting odds to beat San Antonio without Kawhi Leonard, New Orleans, and Houston. Okay, Houston is understandable. New Orleans, given how they went into that series after sweeping Portland, I can see that. San Antonio, come on. And yet still, San Antonio was more favored to beat Golden State than Cleveland is. Okay, I think the betting, they opened up at 1100, minus 1100 in Vegas, which means you have to put down 1100 to win 100 on Golden State, which is ridiculous. But hey, what can we say? I mean, these are the Warriors. These who are Steph Curry, 2-time MVP, Kevin Durant, top 3 player in the NBA, Finals MVP, Klay Thompson, 2-way player, knockdown shooter, dude gets hot at random moments. Draymond Green, who's Mr. Do-It-All of all, the jack of all trades of this team, the driving force of what makes this team this team. These are the Warriors, and they have some depth. Their motto is strength in numbers, and that they have in talent, and when it comes to bench play, they got it. They got it in spades. And we look at this Cavs team, it's LeBron, it's Kevin Love, who just got cleared, and whoever decides to show up, that particular night. Are we gonna get a consistent J.R. Smith? Because we haven't for a long time. Do you give Kyle Korver more minutes? Can he be a consistent shooter in this series? Is, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., how big are they going to be in this series? Tristan Thompson, Rodney Hood if he gets any play time, George Hill. The motley crew of the Cavaliers that LeBron James is carrying throughout. I know people are saying this might be the worst, and there's a whole nother debate that even goes into that when you talk about LeBron James. The man has 3 championships. His legacy is intact. He brought a championship home to Cleveland, which he did by beating Golden State. Let's remember, when we talk about this series, this 4th part, remember, Golden State took the first one in 15. Cleveland took it in Golden State in 16. Golden State got the run back after that last year. Kevin Durant getting his first ring. This year, there's talk of if LeBron James can beat this Golden State team, it'll be the greatest thing he's ever done. Nah, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. I get people want to because last year he had Kyrie, he had Kevin Love, and they got demolished in 5. I get it. Okay, I know this is his worst Cavs team, and the odds are insurmountable. I understand all of that, but I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon of this will be the greatest thing LeBron James has ever done if he beats this team. Nah, no, we're not. He already accomplished that when he beat them in Golden State, when he beat a 73-win Golden State team in Golden State to win the championship to bring it to Cleveland. So let's not jump on that bandwagon. But I will say this: if the Cavs do win this series, man, yeah. Which I guess goes into my prediction. My prediction being that I don't see how Golden State loses a game in this series. I do not see that happening at all. Okay. LeBron James is going to get off because when it comes to the Warriors, they cannot stop him. The man averages like 32 and a half, almost 33 a game against them. He is nearly averaging a triple-double these last 2 finals against the Warriors, okay? He averaged one last year. I'd be high-pressed to doubt him not averaging a triple-double again, okay? And yet still, KD averaged 35 last year in the finals, okay? Steph Curry didn't even need to get hot, and he really wasn't, but he can be. Klay Thompson is going to be Klay Thompson, and all he needs is a game or 2. So unless Golden State goes ice cold, there is no way in hell Golden State's losing a game in this series. Not happening. How can Golden State lose a game? How can Cleveland make it a series? They have to get one player on the Warriors to focus on themselves. If there's any one player you want to focus on, want to get them to play iso ball, it's going to be KD. All those other guys are going to share because they've been in that system long enough. KD will still revert to old school OKC KD, and he will iso. And maybe he will make some buckets, but if he doesn't, he is definitely a little bit looser with the ball than a lot of those other guys. That's going to be your weak point. What does Golden State need to do to basically make my prediction come true? Well, hey, LeBron's going to be LeBron. Just make sure nobody else gets off. And there you go. Simple. Simple as that. That's my take. I'm saying Warriors in 4. You let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. The love will be much appreciated, y'all. Until next time, y'all stay positive, y'all stay strong, and I will talk to y'all on the next one. Peace.